What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Screen Work Entertainment. Today we're going over Andor, episode 6, The Eye. So this episode opens up.
Hey, aren't you forgetting something?
Tell him, sir. Tell him he needs to leave. Sir? I am giving you a direct order, Corporal.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Spoiler alert. All right, so this episode, it was pretty good. This episode is called The Eye, and I thought it was pretty awesome. We actually get to see the eye this episode, which I thought looked so cool. This is the episode where they get into the heist. It's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be, but yet it was still really, really good. Well shot. Everything looked fantastic.
Well, the whole season has
Honestly.
looked fantastic, and so far the whole season's been a
Yeah.
masterclass in character development too. As these writers are competent.
Yeah, they are. They're not going to write themselves into the show.
Oh gosh.
But the eye looked so awesome. I was blown away by the
Yeah.
eye itself.
Yeah, it's
It really
pretty
was.
cool.
So it's the morning of, and Nemec is just freaking out, and he looks at Cassie and he's like, "You slept like a baby last night. Why aren't you freaking out?" And he's like, "You'll sleep tonight. Don't worry about it, buddy. You'll sleep tonight." They had a pretty good meeting.
Andor straight up lies to him too, telling him
He's just trying
he'll
to
be all right.
Well, yeah, I know. I know. As soon as he said that, I'm like, that is a foreshadowing right there.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, I was like, "Yep, what you thought last time. That's 100%. He's gonna die."
Well, yeah, more people than I thought was going to die. This was a pretty good episode. It really was. A lot of things I did not see coming at all. I really didn't. We are introduced to the Donnie this episode,
Yes.
which the Empire gives two shits about.
No, they don't even give two shits about.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, not at all. And I thought it was pretty funny whenever they were talking about the hide or the skins that they give them, and how they're just talking so much trash about how it stinks, how bad it smells, and they just don't even want to be around it. The dude's son, J-Hold's son, doesn't want to be there, and they say something a little bit when he's talking with his family, with his wife and the son. And his son is always sick. I don't know if that's going to play later. He's saying his son is sickly, or if he's just
No,
pretending
his
to be sick.
son. The wife was saying that he was ill because J-Hold was wanting him, or the commandant was wanting him to be present for this gathering with the colonel, and the kid didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but he said that he was always sick. He said, "Well, he's always sick." So I didn't know if that was something later. And it was funny when he's trying to put that belt on. He blames it on the people who stored it. They must have stored it wrong. No way.
It's
This
compressed.
doesn't fit me. It's compressed. Yeah, exactly. I thought that was funny.
And his wife's like, "No, you're just a fat ass."
Yeah, exactly. You're just a fat ass. But even before that, we see Tarman. They're testing the radios for comms, and we find out also that Tarman was a stormtrooper, which is how they should have did it back in the new Star Wars movies. Yeah, I thought he was a lot better than Finn. Well, while Tarman, they're out there testing their comms, Vel and her woman, they almost get caught by some passing soldiers. It's pretty intense. I thought they were going to get caught.
Passing. They weren't
Yeah, when
passing. Dude stopped to take a leak.
Well, they were walking by. Yeah, he stopped to take a leak, and a couple meteors or a couple comets came by. Pretty much, I think, kind of saved him because they were looking up at the comets as he's pissing. And one of the scenes I thought was really cool when Cinta and Vel go underneath the lake.
Oh, with the comets passing over.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
sick.
a cool shot.
Yeah,
And so we finally figure out what the hell their part of the plan is, because the last episode they just split up. We had no idea what Vel and Cinta were doing. So what they were doing was coming up from behind to jam the comms.
Yes. Whenever, like, after she puts that thing down, or the jimmer, and she runs off, I don't know, I felt like she would have been seen. I keep thinking this guy's going to see her, but doesn't see her run off. Seemed like they would have a better escape plan.
Well,
saying.
what else can you do? You just stand there?
Well, they have their whole Mission Impossible jump scene, which I guess is what they could have done.
That's when
but
I figured somebody would see them.
Yeah, I know. You see two people jumping off, but I guess everyone's looking up, because you're getting a couple of comments fly by every once in a while, and they do wait for some to shoot by before they jump, I believe.
Yeah, and most of the people outside, anyways, are going to be in front with the Donnie
Yeah.
people because they're making their way up to the little temple.
Well, by that time, they've already, whenever they jump, they've already did the trade. They've already gave the scans, all the skins over. And I couldn't tell if the skin, like whenever the Donnie people got the skin from J-Hold, if it was like, if they just threw it in the fire because they're like, screw you, or if it was something like, or if that was part of the ritual.
I think it was a middle finger because there was one thing, I don't know if you caught it. When the Commandant's there with Gorn and the chief, the Donnie chief guy, Gorn's translating, but he doesn't translate what the chief says to the Commandant correctly.
Yeah, he said,
and that
says,
chief,
tell him our ghost.
That chief, real quick, jerks his head when he realizes it's not what he said.
Yeah, he speaks both languages, I guess.
Yes. Unlike the Empire that's not going to take the time to learn the other language, they have. So I'm curious if they might even know about this.
See, I thought they did at first, but they show no knowledge later in the episode of what's going on. So I don't think they did.
I don't know.
But do you remember what he says?
Who? Gorn?
The chief, the Donnie chief.
Oh, is basically something about their ghosts have long memory or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, he says, "Tell him our ghosts have strong hands and long memories."
Yeah.
Basically saying we're not going to forget what you've done to us.
Yeah.
And then Goran says, "May the eye find the good in all of us." And
May the eye stay open long enough to find.
Well, then J-Holds is like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Tell him thank you so we can get the hell out of here. He just does not. He doesn't give two shits at all. He really doesn't. Which tells how they think, their attitude towards anyone who's not Imperial or part of their agenda.
Oh, and one thing, because on the last episode, they told us that someone from Coruscant was coming in.
Yes.
And then we find out in this episode that it's this Colonel Pettigar, and he's the architect, engineer, or whatever of this air base that they're going to be putting in over that land.
Oh, okay. That's what he is.
Okay. Yeah. He's going to be over all that stuff, and that's because he asked in that first scene with the Commandant and him, do they know that this is going to be their last time? And they're so shitty they won't even give them the time of day to even think about telling them that this is all going to be a surprise. So I think somewhere along the line they're going to join in on the rebellion.
Well, he even said that they can use their hands and
for
legs
labor.
Yeah, for labor. So yeah, that's their plan the whole time is just to use them and then throw them to the side. Even says earlier like they were had 1,500 at one time or more members. Now they're down to 50 or I forget exactly how many. They said that normally would come to this event.
Oh yeah, it was down to 60. I think they said in this time.
Yeah.
Because the pilgrimage started at 500, but they put bars and shit in place along the route, and people start coming off and going into the bars and getting preoccupied.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I do remember him saying that. Hookers, man, everybody loves them. Even the Donnie. But shortly after that, whenever the Donnie start burning the hide, that's when the heist comes into play. And they had a pretty good plan. The whole plan is pretty good, with Gorn and Tarman leading the way. It was a pretty good plan.
Well, it was good once Andor refined it, but
Yeah, exactly. But we see the colonel. He doesn't last very long. When as soon as they go in there, he takes Nimic hostage, and then they're saved by Cinta.
he draws down on Nimic. He doesn't take him hostage, but yeah.
Yeah,
And
he has his gun
right
pointed
before
at his
he
head.
shoots is when Cinta and Vel are coming down, and Cinta just pops him.
Well, I guess those blasters are strong as hell because no matter where you get shot, you die. Is that how it works?
That's the thing, is you don't know. You don't know if all these people are dead or not. You know they got shot.
He looked pretty dead to me.
Well, yeah, he was probably dead. But later on, do we know for sure that the other ones?
I'm pretty sure they're dead, yeah. Because they even say at the end that, we'll get to it later, but I'm pretty sure they're dead. Because after whenever someone's shot, the way they look, yeah, they are DED.
D-E-D. Dead.
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, probably they are, but you never know, because I'm curious to see what the aftermath is going to be.
Yeah, next episode is what we're going to get. It's the aftermath of everything going on. Yeah, I think I think J-Hold. I think he's gone. He's done. I think they'll probably kill him.
They'll kill him.
The Empire. You don't think they'll kill him?
Well, is he not dead already?
Oh yeah, he did. I think he had a heart attack.
He had a damn heart attack.
But he had a heart attack, but doesn't mean he's dead though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Same thing. Like, people get shot. You don't know they're dead. We just have to wait and find out.
You get shot in the head or in the heart, I think
I saw no headshots.
Well, I think they're all. I don't know. The way I took it, everyone who got shot is dead, but J-Hold, I think he may be alive. I think he's gonna get punished. So I think he's gonna wish he was dead. Basically.
I don't know. It could go a couple of different ways. It could look like, yeah, the rebels came in and just killed everybody. Or is there going to be somebody left that can spin a story and let them know exactly what happened?
Yeah, it would have to be him if he survives.
Yeah, or if Gorn's still there.
Yeah, that's another thing. I wasn't sure what happened to him or where he went because he wasn't with the others.
He got hit. He got shot.
Gorn did?
Yeah.
Because I know Tarman did. Tarman got shot.
Tarman was the first one to go down.
He was the first one, but I don't remember seeing Gorn get shot.
Yeah, right before it was during the commotion when Andor was fighting off that Imperial soldier.
Yeah, well, Nimic saved his life big time. Yeah, it wasn't for that. Yeah, he's Dunskies. But the one thing that Val says, which I thought was pretty brutal, whenever she's talking to J-Hold, whenever they first have him as a prisoner, there's one path: we win or everyone dies. While she's got his family being hostage, I was like, wow, she's not joking around. She is not joking at all.
Well,
I like those words.
And it's like when the colonel was drawn down on Nimic. Skeen, dude, he wasn't playing. He straight had a long gun to that kid's head.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Yes.
And Cassian's saying, nobody has to die here. Nobody has to die. But if it wasn't for Cinta, then I think the son would have died. I think he would have shot him.
And that brings up the question, because at the end, Cinta walks out. She was left watching the family and those two guys in that observation deck.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was wondering, did she shoot them?
Yeah, because of course she's going to want payback, because when we find out that Terramin was a stormtrooper, we also find out that Cinta flipped the out because stormtroopers killed her whole family.
Yeah, her whole family. Yeah.
And
Okay.
was
Yeah.
this maybe a little bit of payback for that?
That's messed up, man. That's brutal.
Yeah, it's I'm curious to see what's going to happen next episode.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, me too.
they keep you locked in. You don't want to miss anything.
No, I watched this episode twice because I was like, it was so good. I was like, I know there's a lot of things I missed. And when I watched it the second time, there was a lot of stuff that I caught that I didn't catch the first time.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I'll
was a
definitely give it a
great
second
episode.
viewing this weekend. That's the way I do all of them. I go back a couple of days and watch it again because it's just so good. The
Yeah,
only
it's
other
such a
show
good
that I've
show.
found that keeps me this locked in with it is
She-Hulk?
Boy. No, no, The Boys, dude. Because The Boys, that's the only other show that I'll go back and watch it a day or two later.
Yeah, The Boys for me and House of the Dragon is the other one for me.
I'm good with one view of Dragon. That's just it's
I
it's
like it
it's
too
all
much.
right, but I'm not as up on it as you are. But
What do you think of the eye in this episode?
the eye was pretty cool. It seemed to look a lot cooler from the ship.
From the ship, you think? I thought it looked pretty awesome from the ground.
From
All
the
the different colors, the green, the blue, the whole sky. Whenever they say, "Oh, it's gonna be a meteor shower," I don't ever see anything. I wish it looked like that. Whenever they say there's a meteor shower here,
Oh, see, it didn't even to me. It didn't look like an eye until they showed the ship first taking off and on the horizon because there was a little bit of a blank spot that you could see from above that looked like a pupil.
yeah, I couldn't really see an eye either. But
It was that
yeah,
only that one shot when they take off from the garrison, and it showed it with that ship taking off, and then it looked like an eye, and it was pretty badass. But the rest of the time, it just looked like a bunch of colored streaks in the sky.
it still looked pretty awesome.
Well, yeah, it was
And
cool.
I did think it was cool that the Donnie, they had their stuff timed perfectly. As soon as they put that fire out, the stuff went over.
Been a ritual for probably thousands of years for them. But yeah, the fallout from this in the next couple episodes is going to be pretty good. Just because you got the ISB all fucking hands on deck.
Yeah, they're going all hands on deck. They ain't messing around. There's gonna be some beatings, some deaths,
some beatings.
Yeah,
no, they've been made fools of, and they don't like it. They never thought it could happen, but it has.
It has, yes. But the big question I got from this episode was Skeen serious? Where he tells
what
Cassian.
part that he was wanting to split it?
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
You think so? Like I first thought he was trying to test Cassian.
No, I don't think it was a test. I think he was 100% because once he starts laying out what they're gonna do, Cassian's had enough. He's like, no, and that's the way I was. Once he starts, because he's thought about it, he's thought this out. He's laying out the game plan, and he's been planning it. But my thing was when you said if he was serious, was about his brother.
Yeah, he said that he doesn't have a brother.
Yeah, because Cassian asked him about the brother in the orchard, and he said, "I don't have a brother." Was he talking about the whole story's made up, or now he looks at it, he doesn't, because he doesn't have a brother. His brother's dead because of the Empire. I don't know that part. It's left up to the viewer.
Yeah, agreed.
But no, I think he was 100% gonna wanted to steal that money.
Yeah, after watching it the second time, I think his whole plan to take Nimic to the doctor was part of his plan to steal the money.
Oh yeah, that's when it finally gave him an opening because he's thinking there, hey, we're down all these people. I just have to convince this one guy, because that's the thing. Is Skeen was trying to feel him out from the beginning, and
Yeah, he
then
was.
once Andor or Cassian finally came clean and said that he's a mercenary, he's like, Skeen's like, hell yeah, this guy only cares about the money.
Yeah. So he doesn't care if I take the money because
N-
even Val, she didn't even believe him at first, which I think she does there at the end.
Yeah, yeah, and
Like
then
the re-
the thing with somebody like Skeen is, okay, he's willing to screw these other people over. Once we get to this place that he knows, am I next?
yeah,
You
exactly.
just cannot trust, and that's why Cassian does not hesitate, because he knows if it doesn't get resolved now, it's going to come back to haunt him.
Yeah, which I didn't see that coming at all. That was a complete shock and awe for me.
Yeah,
Seeing Skeen turn and then him shoot him dead to rights.
that right there was probably the true birth of the Andor that we find later on.
Oh yeah, in Rogue One.
Yeah, and yeah, in
Okay.
Rogue One, because well, hell, you said you watched the first 30 minutes of it. You should have
Yeah,
seen.
I did watch about the first 30 minutes of it. It was pretty good. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good, but I just didn't have a chance to finish it. What do you think of the Doctor? I thought he looked pretty cool. You did?
Oh, did you? Because I know before you said you watched with captions on. Did you watch this one with captions?
Yeah, I did.
Did you catch his name?
I guess not because I didn't even write it down.
Dr. Quadpaw.
Really?
Yes. I saw that. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. You guys can't come up with something a little bit better?
Quad paw.
Because he was a Quadpaw.
Yeah, he did look cool. I liked him. Cool. I mean, you don't see him very much, but I just thought he did look cool. But what do you think was in that manifesto that Nemec gave Cassian?
That I have no idea, but we're obviously going to find out.
Yeah, we will find out. It's got to be
What
important.
Whatever's in there is going to sway him.
Yeah. Well, he really liked Nemec, and
Yeah.
I thought he was going to live. Like, so whenever they get in the plane, he's still alive. I'm like, oh man, I was wrong.
And that's the thing that I don't get. That is a kind of a plot hole for me. Because Nemec has the navigation tool. Why the hell is he not sitting in the co-pilot seat?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, we glossed over that. So when they take off from the garrison, all the force throws everybody besides Cassian back because he's seated, and Nemec gets caught behind the loot and crushed by the money.
Yeah. All that money. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt. That's a lot of money too. It's a lot of money. And that was cool how they get all those soldiers to help them load that into the ship.
Yeah,
So got them to do all the dirty work.
yeah, but that's something that just didn't feel right to me, because he's the only one that can operate that navigation tool. So of course he's going to be a co-pilot. Why isn't he not in that damn seat?
Yeah. Yeah, he shouldn't have been back there in the first place.
Which all of them are
Even
just hanging on to a railing. Really? Come on.
yeah, I know. And Cassian saying the whole time, I need directions. I'm flying blind. I need directions. He's like, hold on. He's just been crushed by 2 tons of gold or whatever it is.
Imperial credits.
Yeah, looked like gold to me, but it was a good episode.
Yeah.
Digged it. It's a great episode.
I think you dug it.
No, I digged it.
Okay.
I digged it.
Another thumbs up for me. I dig it.
Yeah, thumbs up for me. It was a great episode, and it's really, really good. So, but next time we meet, I will have watched Rogue One. So,
Are you sure?
I am
'Cause
sure.
Okay, because you said
I'm
it
saying
a
it
few
here
times.
so everyone can hear.
Quick little thing. I did a little research on the show, and of course it's already greenlit for a second season.
Cool.
But I found out how the timeline is playing out. Because this starts 5 years before the Battle of Yavin, which the Battle of Yavin is the same year that not Andor, but Rogue One
okay.
is.
5 years before. Okay.
So there's 5 years. So this first season is 1 year.
Oh, okay, cool.
The second season, they're going to do the same thing. Yeah, we caught on pretty early. They're doing groups of 3. They're doing quarters. Each quarter is going to be another year in season 2. So they're going to do 3 episode blocks. That's 1 year.
Okay. In the second season, that's what they're going to do? Okay.
Yeah. So that'll get us through all the 5 years, and then it's going to end on everything right before Rogue One.
2 seasons total.
Yeah, that's all we
Wow.
get. But it's going to be 24 episodes.
Wow. That's brave. Normally they want to milk this for as much as they get. Those movie executives, they're just, how can we make money off this?
Yeah, and that's why I think that's good. I think it's you don't want to wear out your welcome. So I think that, but the only thing that I'm worried about is the time jumps.
Well, House of Dragons did it, so.
Yeah, and a lot of people have pushed back about it too.
Yeah, only the people who aren't big fans. So.
But I think these writers are far superior to House of Dragon writers.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I do. I really do. They seem to flesh out their characters a little bit better.
Maybe.
Because that is one complaint about House of Dragons is the jumping around.
Well, yeah.
And I understand why they have to do it, because they have to hurry up and get to the point. You got to have the whole Dance of Dragons, because that's what all this is about. But you probably could have used this whole season to get through most of that and not have to rush as quickly as they have.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with you there. Make a good point.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like the pacing of this one because it's not jerky like the House of Dragons is with the time jumps, but that does kind of concern me with season 2 because we're gonna have 3
as long as they don't want to do like different actors, right?
Technically 4. Yeah, hopefully.
That's the main.
Hopefully they don't do different actors.
That's the main problem most people have with House of Dragons, the changing of actors.
And one thing that I did see that I don't think Mon Mothma and Cassian are going to cross paths until next season.
Oh, okay.
But man, stakes are high now. We're halfway through the season. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we still haven't seen Saw Gerrera yet. That's going to happen because he's been in the trailers. But
we should see Val again. I'm thinking next episode. So not Val, Karn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll see him.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he's going to play into this. Is he going to be able to redeem himself, or is he going to go rogue on his quest to take down Andor?
Yeah, I think we'll find out.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be fun. But anyways, this is our review of Andor, episode 6, The Eye. It's pretty awesome. I digged it. And I think it's just going to get better. It really is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next week with episode 7. Peace.